And now, welcome to Mad Mega Gaming. Brrrah! Yeah!
Hello and welcome back to Mad Mega Gaming. My name's Chelu and I'm the host of this podcast. Today I'm joined by my good friend Chris. We're going to be going over the Nintendo Switch conference that happened a couple days ago and kind of just giving our ideas and what our thoughts are on the whole process. And I think the music might be a little too low. What do you think, Chris?
Music might be a little too low.
Yeah, like volume wise.
Sounds fine to me. Yeah.
All right, we'll just keep rolling then because I don't feel like restarting that. All right, well, anyways, yep. So before we get into the Nintendo Switch conference, we just wanted to say we do have a Game of the Year podcast planned, but because Mark's in a state of moving, we haven't quite gotten a chance to do it. And then the Nintendo Switch conference happened, and Chris and I just wanted to record a podcast, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So here we are. Just some background. I did watch the entire conference, and then Chris, you said you watched highlights from the conference.
I watched all the video trailers and the actual review of the Nintendo Switch.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go off this live blog that I found. So the first big thing that they revealed is that the Nintendo Switch will be officially launching on March 3rd, 2017 at $299. What do you think of that, Chris?
I think it's a pretty good price. It's a little more than I expected. I thought they would be aiming more for 250-ish to match the other consoles, but given the technology that's going into it, I think you can justify that price, and I'm kind of happy with it.
Yeah, I completely agree with what you just said. It's just like at 250, like that would have been like an easier sell to get the Switch, like convince my wife to get the Switch. But $299 or $300, a little bit harder to convince at that point. But yeah, I think it's a fair price for what they're doing with it.
Yeah, and I think it's better than sacrificing the technology in the system for that, just to save $50.
Yeah, and
the future proof it.
How much was the low end Wii? Was it $249 at launch?
Yeah, it was around $250.
Yeah, it's too bad, but it's like you said, if that's what they need to sell it at, then I guess it's fine. It's I don't know. Okay, so we switch. Let's see. We keep going. They're just talking. They're just talking. Okay, so then they talked about the different ways you can play. So you can have it hooked up to your PC in the dock. You can have it, in the mobile with the Joy-Cons. The controllers are called. Hooked onto the side. And then you can also take the Joy-Cons off, put them into a Joy-Con. What was it? A holder?
The Pro Controller.
Yeah, then to the Pro Controller. And then the other way is to split up the controllers and play like that.
Or is the Pro Controller the actual controller itself, like the solid piece?
Yeah, so the Pro Controller is the controller itself, and then there's something that you put the Joy-Cons in. I can't find a name for it.
Yeah. Well, let's just call it Pro-Con. I'm not sure. Who knows? I want to say it is called the Pro-Con because I haven't seen the solid piece advertised at all. So it might just be like what was used on the Wii U as a controller. I'm not sure.
I definitely saw a Pro Controller on the Switch website. So, man, I can't.
Pro-Con. Yeah, I'm looking at the Pro-Con. Actually, oh, okay, I got it. So the Pro-Con is the actual one solid piece, and kind of similar to an Xbox controller. And the Joy-Con grip is what you put the Joy-Cons into.
Okay, I'm on Kotaku's blog right now, and they didn't say anything about the grip. So, whatever.
Hopefully it's included.
I think the grip's included, and I think the Pro Controller's separate.
Yeah, it's $70. Which is a little steep.
I mean, the cost for two Joy-Cons is $80, right? Each Joy-Con is $50 a piece.
$50 a piece?
Mm-hmm.
But 80 as a set?
Yes.
So if you lose one,
then you're getting the pack, because what happens if you lose the other one?
Dang, need a backup for a backup. Oh man, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Included with that news, they also mentioned that Nintendo will be getting a paid online service that they'll give out more details at a later date. That'll probably be something similar to Xbox Live and PSN. And
Okay.
the most important information: region-free Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
That is the best news.
oh man,
makes me so
that's
excited.
nice.
Yeah,
It's back to the
that's
3DS days. Not 3DS, the DS days.
yeah. I think the DS that I have right now is a DS Lite. And that was the last DS that was region-free because I was living in Japan for a bit, and I was like, well, let me just I'll practice some Japanese by buying some Japanese RPGs. Did not work out at all. Did not even know how to get out of the menus. But yeah, I mean, it was nice having that option. I have Rhythm Heaven in Japanese, and outside of not knowing what the what each task is, it's actually been pretty fun. It's kind of fun trying to figure out. Okay, I'm watching this video a million times. Let me figure out what I'm supposed to do. So region free.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why there even is region locking nowadays. But
I don't know, but it's a good thing because if you go to Japan and look at their game section for the DS and 3DS, there's tons of games that never make it to the West that are really good. And
Yeah.
I've gone and bought like used versions for cheap and really enjoy them. I'm glad I can actually buy them on Amazon or something and have it shipped over here.
when I went to go buy video games for DS Lite, I think it was New Super Mario Brothers that was on there. It was still like $50
Woo.
used. I'm like, what? Pokemon was like 25, which was fine. I could understand that.
Wait, where was this?
This was at a secondhand shop, Manga Soko.
$50. Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what? This game's
Yes.
old. This game's like super old.
Yes, they see it as a timeless classic.
That's the one thing I don't like about Nintendo is that their games never go on sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
The battery life, depending on the game, will range anywhere from 2.5 hours to 6.5 hours. 2.5 hours is it's not a very long time.
It's not really. I mean, they mentioned that Zelda has a battery life of 3 hours. Yeah, it's not gonna really last in a flight.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm not a big fan of this this blog that I found on Kotaku. It is leaving out some of the important details I saw, like that you can play the Switch while it's charging on its USB Type C connection. Now that's awesome. I
Okay,
love that
yeah,
they're going
that's
Type
nice.
C. Well, the Type C is it can charge a lot faster. So I might be able to just play while it's plugged in instead of playing and plugging it in while you're playing. And just slowing down the battery death.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Wasn't there a micro USB compatible or compatibility? I remember there's a commercial or whatever I watched that had like, oh yeah, you can plug in your USB-C or Type C, and you're also like, oh yeah, you can also use your other cables, something like that.
That's weird. I didn't see that. All they mentioned was USB Type C, and then I saw that, and I probably just knocked out for 2 seconds because I was like, "Oh my god, that's." Because the Xbox, I don't know how the new Xbox One controllers are, but the one I have is micro, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. But and Type C is just so much better.
Yeah.
This is interesting. You can connect up to 8 Switch systems locally.
That's sweet. Some serious party gaming going on.
Yeah, man. Or you can just split. You can split screen it. I don't know.
Yeah. And you can play like Mario. I'm not sure how many players you can have in Mario Kart, but if you can have 8 players at the same time, that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, they're typically
see.
8 players.
I told my wife as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, now I gotta find 7 people who own that are gonna own a Nintendo Switch.
Their own Switch.
Yeah,
and everything.
But I mean, it's cool. I mean, I was thinking maybe 2, so 8 is amazing.
Yeah, it is. And I hope they do the support where for the DS or 3DS where if one person has a game, everyone else can play. Like in a DS for Mario Kart, that was the case.
And then how long would you have to sit there and wait for them to download, Skyrim or whatever. You know.
Well, you don't have to actually download the game. I don't think. I'm not really
So,
sure.
so I remember how they did it on like the DS. You had to
Mhm.
download like the multiplayer portion of that game.
Okay, yeah.
So
Which,
you did have to kind of have to sit there for a little bit.
yeah, I mean, if it's a group of friends you play with frequently, then I don't think it would be an issue.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit into depth with the Joy Cons. Whoa! I just
Whoa!
reset my PC today and like started trying to hibernate my screen. Calm down, computer. So the Joy Cons are those little mini controllers that you attach to the side of the screen, and each one has an analog stick and 4 buttons. And then they also both have like an L1 and an R1 button on the inside that, you know, when you have the Switch on, or when you have the Joy-Cons on the Switch, then those are hidden like on the inside of the Switch. But if you take them off, you get those little L1, R1 buttons, meaning that each one of those side controllers can play any Switch game because it has the exact same controller buttons as the main unit.
That's
with
really cool.
all of that stuff. So that's really cool. It's really tiny looking. That's my only concern about it. But then
I think it'd be a little more difficult to play like Skyrim, where you need both joysticks. But I think every other game that's not really 3D. I think you can play because you don't have access to the D-pad or the secondary joystick.
They said in the press conference, like, this has all the buttons as the regular one, but yeah, you're right. It doesn't have the second thumbstick.
It's probably an adapter for that somewhere. Buy this extra $50 adapter, extra joystick.
Would not surprise me at all. I don't know, man. Like, this thing looks so cool. I don't want to get into it now. Let's just keep going through the details.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so on the right Joy-Con is a home button that also has an NFC reader, so you can like read and write amiibo data for the Switch.
Nice.
On the left side is something called a capture button, which they said will be able to capture screenshots, and then they hope to add like video functionality later.
So does that mean we have Nintendo's blessing to stream Nintendo games?
Well, you can, but you have to do something called the Nintendo Partners Program, which, from what I've researched into it, like they take the first 48 hours of your ad revenue, and then you get everything after that.
Okay, not terrible.
Or not everything, but you get a split afterwards. So it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's terrible, is what I've heard.
This 48 hours is pretty long.
Yeah, but then also after that, you still split between YouTube and Nintendo.
Okay.
And then each Joy-Con will have an accelerometer and a gyro sensor.
Ooh.
So you'll be able to do you get to play motion games and stuff like that. And they had something in them called HD Rumble. I don't know if you saw this part of the conference.
No.
So the way that they're explaining it in the video is like, I'm holding my Joy-Con up. The HD Rumble in here tells me that they just dropped one ice cube in there. Second one. Third one. And they said that with this HD Rumble, you can get a more, it's more precise rumble so that it can give you more realistic feedback when you playing games and stuff.
Oh, really?
So that'll probably be more in tune with like the 1-2 Switch game, where you would be playing a much different mini games where you would need that specific. We'll get into that later though, because that's not yet. So you can get neon blue Joy-Cons and neon red Joy-Cons, and then they both come with straps.
I'm kind of a fan of the sleek gray kind of charcoal color.
Yeah, I saw these and I was like, I really hope that they sell like the regular because I want that. Yeah, that charcoal is. That's what, like, when I saw that color, I was like, man, that looks cool and I want it.
Yeah.
If they came out and it was white, who knows how I'd be feeling about the Switch right now.
They're like, just another Wii.
Yeah. I mean, I like that you can have the options. And plus, maybe you can get like, deck it out with like a blue one on just the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Personalized.
Okay, so the right Joy-Con also has an IR camera in it. That
really
the way that they're showing it, it's like you can hold the stick up to your hand, and it'll be able to read like a rock paper scissors game, for instance, and can also measure depth. So like one of the games, and I'll wait till we get into one to switch to get into it. But yeah, so there's a camera, an IR camera inside the right Joy-Con.
I did not know that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit more detail about the HD Rumble. It's like he said that you can shake the Joy-Con and it'll feel like the ice is shaking around in the
That's so
thing.
cool.
So you should look at that video. It looks cool. I mean, like you can't really tell because you're not holding it, but it looks cool. And then okay, so 1-2 switch. The way they showed it off, it's like they had two guys standing in like a desert, like Western style stuff. And they each like take out their Joy-Cons and like a duel at noon kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So 1-2 switch is a collection of mini games that, according to the designer, you don't have to look at the screen for. Everything will be, you're going to look into the eyes of your opponent. He kept saying that over and over again. You're going to look in the eyes of your opponent. And you'll do games like this gun drawing game, and then there's one that I was looking up later on, is that you use that camera and then like it scans where your face is, and you have like an eating contest. You have to like chomp as fast as you can, getting closer to the IR camera.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of cool. I don't know. It sounds interesting. Oh, they also have like a samurai duel game. So like it would read like someone's on offense, someone's on defense, kind of thing.
Huh.
So I'm sure there's more. I mean, there's more games in there, but those are the three that I kind of saw going around.
There's also like a milking game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Was it look into your opponent's eyes and like as you're milking or something like that?
Yeah, milking these like cow udders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like some dance one too, but I didn't look too much into that one.
Yeah, who knows?
It seems like a mixture of Wii Sports and WarioWare almost.
Which I'm totally cool with, just something to kind of show off the hardware. Mm-hmm. They will always have these games, and I think this is a good direction. This is all the things you can do. I was not expecting the Switch to pretty much be a Wii, you know what I mean? With the controllers and the camera and all that stuff. That's, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like everything good from the 3DS and everything good from the Wii, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I want out of this. I want the best of both worlds in one console. That way I can be like, hey, I can get it like a $300 console. I can play every Zelda game. I can play every Mario game. I could play every Bayonetta game.
Bayonetta game.
I really hope they bring that into like back compat for the Switch, because I've been wanting to play Bayonetta 1 and 2 and I just never had the chance.
Yeah. Wasn't 2 a Nintendo exclusive?
That was a Wii U exclusive.
Dang, that's unusual.
Nintendo paid for it. Yeah. That game was gonna die, and then Nintendo was like, "Hey, you know what? Come over to us." And they're like, "Okay." And
of all games, Bayonetta.
Yeah,
the most like sexual, violent game ever.
But did you see this the Nintendo content in Bayonetta 2?
No, I didn't.
So it's like you can get like is it a Peach suit, Samus suit,
yeah. I've seen that.
Fox, and a Link suit. And then each suit actually has like its own abilities. Like the Fox one, I think, has lasers or something.
That's so cool.
And then Samus, you can roll the ball. But yeah, yeah. So that's 1-2 switch. Yeah. So the next game they showed off was something called Arms. Did you see this video?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the trailer. I didn't see gameplay.
Oh well, they showed a little bit of gameplay, but it was mostly that trailer. So in Arms, each player would take the Joy-Cons and hold them in their hands with a switch detached, and then you play as characters who have like super stretchy arms, springy arms, and they can like punch each other from the other side of the arena. And you're kind of dodging, you're blocking, you're punching, and then you're hooking your arm midair to like try and hit the guy. To me, it looks pretty cool. I don't know what you thought of it.
It does. As long as they get all the gyroscopes working and you can actually dodge, I think that'd be a really fun game, especially with like the stretchy arms. I'm not sure like what kind of attacks you can do with it. Like I don't know if it's only straight punches or if you can swing the slinky around or how that works, but
So
I think it
it looks
fun.
like you punch forward, and then you can tilt your controller as you're punching to turn it midair.
Oh, okay.
That's the way that works. So you're like constantly trying to hook and hit your opponent, and then you get
Nice.
like a special or an ult or whatever that like does a ton of damage. But it looks pretty cool. So
Yeah, the Joy-Con controllers come with straps, right?
yes,
Okay, yeah. We don't want any more like Wii Sports flinging the controller into the TV incidents. Yeah, it looks pretty fun.
well, with the Switch, I won't need to be in the near a TV. I could bring my Nintendo Switch to like Taco Bell and play in Taco Bell.
And
Oh,
actually,
no.
we'll punch the screen. Yeah, you can bring it anywhere. That's really nice.
Yeah.
That
Is it-
trailer still cracked me up though. That scene where the girl's playing alone in her apartment. Their friends are like, "Hey, come on, hang out with us." It's like, all right, let me bring my Switch.
Hey guys, check out this new Mario Party game I got.
Like, really, Becky? Come on.
I don't know. I think the Nintendo commercials have been like cheesy, but really funny to me.
Yeah.
But like still kind of cool. Like for the arms one, I think you probably saw this in your trailer. It's like some big Japanese dude versus like this Japanese schoolgirl.
Yeah, it's a white dude.
Was it a white dude? I don't know. But some big dude versus some Japanese schoolgirl. They're just fighting. I'm just like, this is really cheesy.
It was
But it sounds
cheesy,
pretty
but
good.
it was cool.
It worked out. It worked out. So games look
Man,
cool.
Nintendo
Yeah,
trailers
games look
aren't
cool.
Nintendo unless they're a little cheesy. Got part of their formula.
Yeah, you get that little endearingness from them.
It's like you just filmed your friends. It's kind of embarrassing to watch, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, go Nintendo.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, and ARMS will release this spring around August, September, or no, I'm sorry, release this spring. So the guy mentioned that this game is super easy to get into, but then you get like multi levels of strategy as you continue playing. So we'll see. It sounds like maybe they are trying to lean towards an esports kind of thing with this, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, the next game they revealed was Splatoon 2, and I didn't get a chance to play Splatoon 1, so I have no idea how this game is different. But
To me, it looks
they
exactly
said-
the same.
yes.
I didn't play it either.
But that will be coming out in the wintertime, and I would expect new content.
Graphics do look good though. Maybe
Yeah,
it's just a graphic
Splatoon-
upgrade. I don't know.
Splatoon 1 looked really good too. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like I think the Wii U was fine graphic wise. You know, it didn't need to be Call of Duty or Battlefield. What it was working with looked really good.
Yeah, I always wanted to play Splatoon, but I never had a Wii U, so
Yeah, I've heard
that's
it's
coming
good.
to Switch. Yeah, I heard it was good. And is that an esport?
I don't think so.
Because the trailer made it out to be an esport.
Maybe it is. I
They're
don't
making
know.
like doing like tactics, and they have these guys coming out in jerseys, like team jerseys. It's the scene where they like dock the Switch into the tournament stand. That's what Splatoon.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get into esports.
Yeah, they probably
I
saw
don't
like, oh yeah, Melee is doing really well. Maybe it'll bring everything else.
Well, hopefully that rumor of Melee HD or Melee being on back compat on the Switch is true. Then I definitely know what the first game I'm buying on the Switch is gonna be.
I hope they add some kind of online capability though. Kind of doubt it.
Man, I feel like they have to. It's like,
Yeah,
please.
seriously.
I mean, I remember when they first when that first leaked, like a bunch of Smash personalities came out. And were like, man, if we could just get Melee on like a modern console, that'd be great because they have to lug CC or I can't throw it RAID to RAID CRT TVs. I was like, wait. They have to lug around CRT TVs to like every venue because that's the most pure way to play it. But they could get it on like a Switch to just make things a lot easier for them because they'd be playing natively,
Yeah, and I wonder if you can get a USB-C adapter for GameCube controllers.
Oh my god,
that'd
be so good. That'd be sick. I guess we'll have to see.
Mm-hmm.
And so that game's coming out at some point. What did I say? Wintertime.
A ways off.
Ways off, but I mean that's just in time for the holiday. Which is
Yep,
probably when
there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
get most of this health. The next game was interesting. It showed off a city, and it showed a sewer or manhole cover shaking, and then out of the manhole cover comes Mario into this realistic looking city.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
It's like GTA and you have Mario.
Yeah, well, it's like because like I didn't watch the Nintendo Switch conference until like an hour before we recorded this, which is a day after it premiered. And I remember seeing on Reddit like a GIF of Mario running around in the city. I was like, "Oh man, that's such a cool Unreal mod." Or yeah, that's what I thought it was at first. Then it turns out that's the Mario game. So
And I heard the Switch is it supports Unreal Engine 4. Did you
I
hear
feel like
anything
it
about
has
that?
to.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Mm.
they're working off. I think they're using the Android engine. I forgot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The handheld Android thing that came
Yeah,
out.
like their Android development kit is at least this is what they use for the Nintendo games is going to be something similar to the dev kits for like Android games. So I'm pretty sure Unreal 4 is supported on Android, so I don't see why the Switch wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking
So
of Unreal, have you seen the new updated version or updated videos of that guy who created Ocarina of Time in Unreal Engine?
I saw screenshots, but I didn't look too into
It looks
them.
so good. Nintendo might take him down though. We'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, at least with AM2R and Uranium, they let the guy release it so it could get out there, then slammed him for it, so that it
Mm.
existed out there. But they, they said, "Hey, we shut it down."
What was the AM2R?
What was it called? It was the Metroid remake.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what it stands for.
Yeah. The Uranium is the Pokemon, right?
Yes, Uranium was the Pokemon, which looked cool, and then it got shut down.
Mm. Sure, you can find it somewhere though if you look for it.
Oh, and I'm sure it's pretty easy to find it nowadays. So yes, this new Mario game, it looks like it's going back to this classic style of Mario where you have like a bunch of different zones that you play in. So like you have what looks like a hub, New York City. I mean, it looks like New York City.
Yeah, it does.
And then Mario has like a giant spaceship that's shaped like a hat. This is Mario slash Dota. Now we're just collecting hats in the Mario world. So he has a flying hat, and then it looks like it looks like most of the enemies have hats. Like some of them flower pots, some of them are chef hats. And then at the very end of the trailer, so the different zones were like a cooking world, a forest,
And the
New
forest
York
level
City.
looks just like Uncharted.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like the aesthetic and it's like decrepit ruins with like vegetation growing all over it. Looks really cool. I just played Uncharted 4, so I see a really nice comparison.
Did I tell you that I know the end of the game? I know
You
the twist
did.
at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you finish the game?
I'm almost there.
Okay. Did you see the twist then?
Nope.
Okay. We won't talk about it here anyways. This is the most inappropriate time to spoil Uncharted 4's middle Nintendo podcast. But so yeah, I mean the Mario game. Oh, and then I'm sorry. Let me hold on. At the end of the trailer, Mario's hat grew eyes, and then they revealed the name of the game, Super Mario Odyssey. So, what are your thoughts on Super Mario Odyssey, Chris?
So I think it looks really cool. I'm excited for this
too.
game. And I like how the worlds are really different. Like especially like it goes from, the cooking world, which looks like a bunch of polygons and like pastel colors, to like an Egyptian looking setting to the city, then you have the jungle ruins. And I thought the characters they showed off were really neat looking. They're not your typical like Mario, the canned recycled character models, but like something actually brand new. Like the rabbits, there's some weird birds, and yeah, I think it looks great.
I don't know, this Mario game looks like this is like everybody's been like, when are we gonna get an Unreal Engine Mario? This looks pretty close to that. I mean, this game looks really good. Just visually, it's very striking. I was like, man, that got me hyped to play Mario game because I think the last Mario game I tried to play was the one on the Wii U. I forget what it was called, but I tried to
Wii U?
get into it.
Galaxy?
Yeah, no, that was Wii. I love Galaxy.
Or the 3D one, the 2D 3D one.
No, that was Wii as well.
Hmm.
The Wii U had one. I forget what it was called, but I tried to get into it. I played like a few levels, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. This one looks like it. Like I got really excited when I saw this. It's like this game looks really good.
It does. And what do you think about how Bowser looks in this?
Oh, I thought it looked great. He had a little wedding outfit on, with a wedding or tuxedo or top hat.
Mm-hmm.
It's all hats, man. This is
all about hats.
Mario hat. Yeah. And then I don't know who it was, but someone came out in like a tuxedo or in a suit that was colored like Mario's colors and the hat with the eyes on it. Okay.
Cool.
And Super Mario Odyssey is due out around Christmas. Do you have any last words on that before we move on?
No, just I think it'd be a good transition to go to the parental controls. Since that's also like a. Sorry, what?
Oh, okay. You saw something I didn't see then, so you can go ahead and talk about it.
Okay, so they introduced their parental controls on the Switch. So it's basically like a app-controlled parental settings. So you can go and link your phone app to the system and see, first of all, like what your kids are playing, what they're playing the most. You can set time limits to the gameplay. So like, time limit's going to be 2 hours. And after 2 hours is up, you get a notification on the side of the screen that says your time is up. Then you kind of expect your kid or whoever to, stop playing at that point. But kids, if they're into the game, they won't even notice that and continue going. They also have the option to remotely turn off the system. But it also said, so it was an animation of Bowser and Baby Bowser. And Bowser was a parent, Baby Bowser was a gamer. And it showed a scene like what happens if you do turn off the console remotely. And it showed Baby Bowser like all depressed and sad, and Bowser felt upset upset by that. And it also kind of pitched the idea of if you can see what your kids are playing the most. So like, okay, looks like Super Mario Odyssey is his favorite game. They show them talking at dinner. It's like, oh yeah, you can better connect with your kid. It's like, all right, whatever. Yeah, and also gives you your standard restrictions like disabling communication online or sharing usernames or something like that. But yeah, it was a really neat video. The whole thing was animated, and the interactions between Bowser and Baby Bowser were pretty funny.
Huh, I'll have to look that up because I didn't see that. I mean, that wasn't during the conference, so I didn't see that at all. So,
yeah, I saw it on the website, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out later. That's cool. I didn't know about the parental controls thing, but that makes perfect sense. Did the 3DS have anything like that?
I think it had controls, but I never had a need for it, so I never looked into it. I think it's just basically like a password you need to access certain things. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Cool. So that's parental settings.
Parental
Switch. That'll be useful in a few years. Okay, so the next things they had a bunch of short trailers for a bunch of different games. They showed off Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They showed off Fire Emblem Warriors, which is a Dynasty Warriors-esque Fire Emblem game.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The trailer I saw was just like the title. That's all there was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it was Koei Tecmo.
Koei Tecmo, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But this is like, they had Hyrule Warriors. Now it's Fire Emblem Warriors. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I guess there's a connection.
So, how do you feel about those two games?
Fire Emblem Warriors
and Xenoblade 2.
Xenoblade, I never played any Xenoblade, so I don't really care. I heard they're pretty good, but I was never really interested. For Fire Emblem Warriors, well, I mean, I always wanted to play Hyrule Warriors. I thought that was pretty cool. But I don't know. I was never really into the Dynasty Warriors type games, even though the Zelda one does look cool enough. I think it's more of I like the characters in the Zelda version that I'd actually play it, but I don't really know that many characters in Fire Emblem besides Roy and Marth and whoever else is in the Super Smash series.
I mean, that's
So yeah, I don't know. I probably won't pick it up.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Xenoblade was it Xenoblade Chronicles, whatever the one for Wii U had an interesting premise. So I would want to play that first. And I've been wanting to pick up Dynasty Warriors at some point. Maybe Fire Emblem Warriors is the one that I get because hopefully I'd have a Switch by that point. Yeah. And then the next things that were shown off is that Dragon Quest X, Dragon Quest XI, and Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 will be coming to Switch.
Oh, that's
You're gonna
awesome.
have to fill me in I don't know what any of those mean.
Dragon Quest?
Well, I know what Dragon Quest is in general, but what 10, 11, and Heroes 1 and 2?
Actually, Dragon Quest Heroes are, it's like the Dynasty Warriors type game.
Oh, okay.
Basically, they basically took Hyrule Warriors and made it Dragon Quest, which looks really fun. But I believe Dragon Quest 10 and 11 are standard RPGs. One of them might have been an online game. Maybe 11 was online.
But they're not like original titles.
10.
Like these games have already been released.
I think 11's new.
Okay.
Yep, initial release date is 2017. It's gonna be on the PS4, 3DS, and Switch for 11. Yeah, cool. Yeah, the last one I played was 8, which is really good. So I'm excited to see what they do with this one.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I have no idea. I've never played one.
Dragon Quest X is the online game.
So it's an MMO?
Yep.
Huh. Okay. And then Shin Megami Tensei?
Shin Megami Tensei.
Hopefully it's a collection of games. It's the vibe that I got from it. I think it popped up 1, 2, 3, and 4. Did you ever play that series?
I've always wanted to, but never got to it. It's one of those games that are on my list.
Yeah, and if this is like a collection, this is something I would pick up day one.
Yeah, I would too.
Because that was, I think, was that the series that had like Dante as the guest character in the first one?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I feel like that was that game. So, and then Square Enix revealed a new game called Octopath Traveler.
I didn't hear about that one.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's a traditional side-scrolling 2D RPG, which looks really cool because like you get your beautiful 3D backgrounds and then your characters are sprites, or not sprites, but like PlayStation era looking 2D kind of thing.
Okay.
But the name of it, Octopath Traveler.
Does it have anything to do with an octopus?
I don't know.
Oh wow, this actually does look really cool. Looking at the trailer right now.
Lots of RPGs coming to the Switch. I'm not against that. Like that's something.
Me neither.
I was looking into a Vita. Like for this exact reason.
Man, 3DS always has some great RPGs, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, but like I don't know, it was hard for me to like think about investing into a 3DS just because I already had the DS Lite. Like. Yeah. There's nothing in the 3DS that really drove me to want to get one besides Monster Hunter. But with the Switch, like I could have the portableness and then also just plug it into the TV when I get home.
Yeah. I'm hyped for this console. I'm excited. Octopath Traveler, this really interesting how they did this. Like it's a 3D background, but it's all like 16-bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like I would get this just for visuals alone.
Yep.
But I don't know. I've been I started playing Brave Exvius, and whenever we do another podcast, well, I guess it's too late now, but we'll talk about it whenever we do another podcast. But I started playing Brave Exvius because Ariana Grande is coming out on that game, and I really want to play as her or have her on my party or whatever. So But that really gave me a hunger for RPGs again that I haven't had for a while. So like, I've been like really thinking about replaying Final Fantasy IV, and
Okay.
I'm waiting for I Am Setsuna to go on sale.
Final Fantasy IV is on DS now, right?
I have it on Game Boy Advance, but they do have a DS version.
Okay. Yeah, the 3D remake.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was actually looking at about a month ago. I was looking at like a collection that had 4 that version and then Chrono Trigger. I was like, man, I could get like a lot of RPG out of that.
That's a lot of
But
game time.
I was looking. I was like, $25 for mobile games. We'll think about that.
Oh,
And
that's
I
mobile.
put it down. Well, I mean, it's DS, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
That would be bad.
And then Suda51 came out to say that Travis Touchdown, who from No More Heroes, will be making a return soon on the Switch. And then Todd Howard came out and talked about Skyrim and how excited he is for the Nintendo Switch.
Okay. I wonder if there will be any kind of motion support for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read this wrong. Sega came out and said that we're making games for the Switch. And then that was like their entire announcement. Then Todd Howard came out and said Skyrim. Then Suda51 came out and said Travis Touchdown will be coming to Switch.
Okay. Cool.
And then EA came out and said FIFA's coming out on the Switch.
Okay. And that's the game or was that NBA? One where they had one side of one half the Joy-Con?
I think it was NBA that they showed.
Okay, yeah. How does that work?
And then so like this is weird. Like the CEO of EA, or I don't know if he was CEO. He's like, man, I love Nintendo so much that when my son was born, I made his middle name Luigi. It's like, what? Okay, then.
Luigi. I mean, it's like Robin Williams naming his daughter Zelda, which is still a name.
Yeah.
I mean, Luigi.
And Nick Cage named his son Kal-El.
Kal-El.
Which is Superman's real name.
Like spelled the same?
I believe so.
What if he actually goes by Kal-El?
Okay, so they showed off a few games in like in a collection of, like a montage. They have some sort of racing game that looks kind of like F-Zero, but I don't want to say it's F-Zero. Some sort of like super fast looking racing game on like hover tracks.
Okay.
Street Fighter 2. I don't know. Oh, Bomberman. Minecraft. And I don't recognize this last game. Okay, so with your Nintendo Switch package, you get the Switch, you get the Switch dock, you get, I assume you get Joy-Con in the thing?
You don't get
You
a
get the
Joy-Con?
Joy-Con grip, huh?
You don't get a Joy-Con?
Well, it's like it shows the black ones and then the red and the blue one, and it says sold separately underneath both or all of them.
Ooh.
I assume that I assume that you get those controllers when you buy the Switch. At least
I hope so.
Well, you get the grip, so why would they give you the grip but not the Joy-Con?
Yeah, I mean it's part of a set, right? I mean, you can't really play a game without the controllers.
Yeah. So the sold separately is confusing. I'm gonna assume that just means the different colors are sold separately. So you get the Switch, you get the dock, you get the Joy-Cons, you get the Joy-Con grip, which is the controller you slide your controllers in. You get straps, and then you get an HDMI and an AC adapter. And what was it? I saw on Reddit that someone was like upset by this because they didn't go with a power brick model, where you have just the plug in the wall and they have like a power brick in the middle of the cord. You just get a big ass plug to put in the wall that'll take up like half of your friggin' power surge, like 80 style. And then they said that they're going to be doing hands-on events in the next few months up to the Switch's release. You can check out their website for different locations. But some of the names I saw on there specifically for the US were New York, Chicago, LA, and then South by Southwest, and whichever PAX is going to be happening between now and then.
Okay.
And then They showed off the Breath of the Wild gameplay, which I'm sure you want to talk about.
Yeah, looked amazing. Okay, so I do have one complaint about the trailer they showed. So
What
it's
is that?
cool that they have voice acting. But I was not a fan of Zelda's voice.
Was it in Japanese or English?
It was English. So it sounded
Oh.
like I sound like one of those like old 80s anime English dubs.
Yeah.
Kind of exaggerated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
That's what you want?
Well, no. I'm not. If I have the option, I'm not playing that game in English. I'm gonna play it in Japanese. You know, like if I'm gonna watch or if I'm gonna see something in a foreign language, I want to see it in that language. With like, I would never want to watch Pan's Labyrinth in English.
Yeah.
Never, because that would just ruin that movie for me. Except for Dragon Ball Z, I will not watch an anime in English dubs.
Actually, Cowboy Bebop's English dubs are really good.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, sorry. But you know, like I try and listen to the original language as much as possible. So I didn't even register any of their voice acting. I actually forgot they were doing voice acting until about halfway through that trailer. And I was like, oh, they're talking.
It just sounded so like exaggerated, and they're trying to make it sound like anime or something. Like if you're gonna do English voices, at least make it natural. You know, it was painful to listen to.
How do you can't really translate like anime voices in English, can you?
What do you mean?
Like what you're just saying now, like anime characters are like super over the top. Like when I try and think of like someone trying to mimic like Dio's voice in English, like it would just sound weird to me because it's so over the top and out there, and then like an American guy trying to do it just sounds like they're trying too hard.
I mean, that's like the Yu-Gi-Oh voices, for example, like Joey's voice. It's very like over his top, like "Oh, Yu-Gi, oh no!" Right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's how Zelda sounded. I didn't like
Okay.
it. Sounded like Taya, honestly.
I'll have to watch it again because I was not paying attention to that. I actually had the volume kind of low because it was
Yeah.
getting late at night.
I really hope they have a Japanese voice option. If
Oh, man,
they
that'd be
even did a Japanese voice.
Oh, I feel like the game has to be in Japanese.
Because, you know, like Capcom, they're a Japanese company with their Resident Evil games are all in English. And the voice acting is really great.
I feel like Nintendo can't mess this up. Like you cannot mess up the first Zelda.
Like, it
in
sounded
English.
like it sounded like a dude using a falsetto voice. Honestly. Oh, Link, help me! Like, come on. It sounded like Peach.
Yeah, she's a timeless voice.
It is. I mean, that's a classic. You can't change that. Like coming in now and making Zelda's voice like that is, I don't know. It's yeah.
Let's play some of this because now I got to hear it. Hopefully, the podcast doesn't get flagged for music. Don't play music.
You have no record.
Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing.
Wait, you meant like that?
Yeah.
I thought that was you making fun of the voice. I was like, Chris, hold on, I'm trying to listen real quick.
Oh. Why?
Oh, you weren't kidding. That was
It's pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
Let's listen to Japanese trailer real quick.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Send it to me so that I can play it to the speakers.
Okay, I see what they did now. Yeah.
Okay, what?
Her Japanese voice actually sounds like the English one, but it sounds a lot more natural in a Japanese setting. Go around like 2:35 or so.
Okay, let's go back with it. Yeah, you know, I think I watched it in Japanese. Maybe that's why. I didn't notice it. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Oh no, I definitely saw this in Japanese because I remember the Goron speaking in Japanese. So that's your fault for watching the English one.
Dang.
Now I hope that I get the Japanese version.
Me too. I'm glad
Oh
this is
my
region
God.
free. I don't think.
Oh yeah, we could just import it. But how am I going to survive, Chris? I'm not going to be able to read all those weird plants.
It's too bad. Wait, where does the Goron talk? I didn't miss that.
It was like right after here.
Oh, I found it.
Dang it! Why are you opening?
Sounds like Goron. Yep. Kind of sounds like Torbjorn. Torbjorn.
Or Bjorn?
Torbjorn.
Okay, so ignoring the predictably bad English dubbing, the game looks absolutely incredible.
It does.
And-
Yeah.
No, I mentioned earlier that Mario got me hyped for Mario. This Zelda trailer's got me so hyped for just everything about Nintendo right now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it looks so good, and I don't know, man. Like, it's been so long. Like, what's the last Zelda game that came out? Skyward Sword.
Yep.
And I heard that wasn't even that good.
Yeah. I mean,
This,
I didn't play. Well, first of all, I didn't have a Wii or a Wii U, mainly because the Zelda games weren't appealing. But I wasn't too interested because I didn't like motion controls for swinging your sword. I just prefer like swinging with B. That completely I don't know, just threw me off.
yeah. I don't know. It's I think the last one I really enjoyed was Twilight Princess on GameCube.
Yeah. If I were to get that game, I'd get it on GameCube. I can't stand swinging the sword. It looks tiring and
It's like-
inaccurate.
Like I bought it on the GameCube, and it is absolutely my favorite Zelda game up to this point.
Yeah, it looks
Like,
great.
It was fun. Like the wolf stuff was okay, but I thought that the way they did, like, I thought the art style was pretty good. Like, you got your Dark Zelda that people have always been wanting. I thought the dark stuff looked really cool, and then you got sword abilities, which I thought was an interesting addition. And people seem to not like that game as much, and I wonder how much of that was they hated swinging the sword.
Yeah, I saw my roommate playing Skyward Sword, and it just he looks super tired. It's like, oh my god, swinging the sword over and over during boss fights. I don't know. It's just give me a normal controller, and I'll play as any Zelda game.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah,
This game looks really good.
Excited. Japanese voice though, gotta get that one.
Of course, man. Okay, this is completely unrelated, but whenever you do watch JoJo's and you catch up, like, just so you know, they tried to make JoJo's into an anime in like the 80s or the 90s.
Mhm.
And so you could like compare that to like how it is now. Like now, it's epic and awesome, and I love it.
Yeah,
And then like the 80s version is kind of like your typical 80s.
like Kiss of the
anime.
North Star type.
Okay, maybe 90s. No, yeah, I think it was 80s ish. It was kind of like Fist of the North Star style. I never watched it. I've only seen like clips, but yeah, like that kind of style. It's rough,
How's Dio's voice in the English dub?
Englishy.
English.
Like these characters are all like British, which is hard to remember because they're all speaking Japanese. And then like
Oh.
so the second Joseph Joestar is a British was born in Great Britain and then moved to New York. So like his origin story for me is he's from New York, and then I heard his his English dub, and it's like the most stereotypical English prancy type of accent you can have,
like an American doing an English accent.
like an American trying to do a fancy British accent.
Oh.
I was like, this is kind of weird. And Richie says he likes the English dubs. I'm like, no. The Joseph sounds so cool in Japanese.
JoJo has a beast voice. I mean, not JoJo, Dio.
Dio, yeah, he is probably my favorite voice in anime. And you gotta watch that series, man.
Yeah, I know, I do. Like
They're
6
about to get
episodes
into-
in.
Which isn't even where the good stuff starts happening.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was enjoying what I watched too. So I mean, I'm not sure why I haven't watched it.
Okay, this isn't a okay. I know I got us derailed. This is not a regular podcast. This is not a regular podcast. We cannot go off on a tangent for JoJo's. We gotta end this soon because it's getting late. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to pre-order a Nintendo Switch tomorrow?
So, apparently it's been completely sold out on Amazon, Best Buy, and Walmart. So
Okay.
I'm assuming that it's sold out everywhere by now.
Dang it!
Yep.
I told my wife that I wanted to rent one because I saw the text. I saw a Twitter mention that said Amazon has them back in stock.
Oh, really?
That was like 5 hours ago, so I doubt it's still there.
Ooh, yeah. Remember when the Wii was first sold? I mean, it was sold out everywhere in like minutes.
Yeah, currently unavailable.
Awesome.
It's a bestseller.
Ooh.
Well, you can pre-order Breath of the Wild though.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this console. So that's a 10, but pre-order. That's if I can actually get to it.
This is Nintendo related, so I want to talk about it. But I tried to get an NES Classic for my dad for Christmas, and holy shit, those were impossible to get. Like I went to GameStop and I was like, "Hey, did you guys get any Nintendo Switches today?" It's like, "Yeah, but we sold out within the first 10 minutes. We got 3 in stock."
Geez.
I was like, "Oh,
3?
oh my god. Okay. Okay." Then I went to Best Buy. I was like, "Hey, you guys have the Nintendo Switch?" And I went at like, what was it, like 9 in the morning, and they opened at 8. No, they opened at 8, and I came at 8:10. I was like, "Hey, do you guys have any Nintendo Switches?" Because they had said online they're gonna have them today. And they're like, "Oh, we sold out. We gave out our last ticket at like 6." And
6.
the first guy showed up at 3.
Jeez.
I was like, "Oh my god, how many did you guys have?" They're like 40. I was like, "And you sold that many?" And he's like, "Yep." And I kept trying, man. I kept trying. And then magically the 2DS went back in stock like the second day I went to GameStop to ask. I was like, "Well, he wanted the DS too, so."
Huh.
And then said, but man, that was a nightmare trying to get one of those things. I think that's the first time I've tried to like get a hot ticket item at Christmas time.
And that's a NES Classic.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's going to be like for the Switch.
I swear to God, Nintendo, you better not fuck me again.
Oh man. I mean, Nintendo's notorious for releasing limited quantities.
Yeah.
So. Oh man. Oh, come on, Nintendo.
I should have just pre-ordered it. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
It's gonna happen anyway, sooner or later.
Yeah. Hey, I got a new job. I can afford it now. We're good to go. We can just push off some of the house repairs for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. It's only $300. Not that.
You don't need that hole in the roof. I mean, come on now.
It's only freezing rain on Monday.
Or I'm getting the brunt of. My car was encased in ice. Literally.
You should talk about your Snapchat, I guess, since we're off topic.
Oh yeah, sure,
already.
why not? Yeah, so I first I went to my car and everything was completely frozen over. Like looked like I got a new like gloss job on my car. And when I took out my windshield wiper or scraper, ice scraper, and I was trying to work on the windshield, and nothing was coming off. So I was like, come on. So I took the sharpen and jabbed into the windshield. And it kind of scared me because there was a huge dent in the windshield or a chip. I was like, it turns out there's like a half a centimeter of ice on the windshield. I was like, oh my God. So my hands were freezing because I forgot my gloves. So I just went in the car to warm up the windshield with like the defroster and everything. And I noticed the side windows were also frozen over. So I rolled down my window and the ice stayed. So I had a clear window of ice, which I punched out, which was really satisfying.
Oh, dude, it looks so
It
cool.
also kind of hurt because my hands were cold and ice is sharp, but it was definitely worth it.
You would
I
think
eventually got the thing off.
You would think living here in Minnesota, I would get at least one opportunity to do that. You know, roll down the window and have that solid ice. No, never. And you do that, and I'm like, man. But yeah.
it ices here more than it snows.
and it just freezes here more than it does anything else. Which is
Mm.
fine. I'd rather have snow than I would rather have freezing cold, -20 weather than like 20 degrees and snow. It's
I
such a
mean,
mess trying to
You
deal
had
with it.
that 1 year where it was super cold, right? Like a couple minutes outside will give you frostbite type weather.
Yeah, I mean it was like that was like -26, and then like
man.
this year it got down to like -16, I think at the lowest,
Woo.
which not as bad, but anything below -10, you'll feel it in your bones, no matter how many layers you have
Jeez.
on. Like it hurts.
Coldest I've
But
been is 2 degrees. I haven't been
yeah,
in the negatives yet.
I've been complaining about it all week to you guys, but I have door duty like in the morning, and it was like -10 last week. That sucked. I was
That does
outside for
suck.
20 minutes holding the door open.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, I I definitely want a Nintendo Switch. The problems will be one, trying to find one at this point, and two, trying to find the money to get one. Got some
Yep.
other stuff I got to do, but it's definitely the most excited about it I've been about a console since the 360. Like I'm really hyped for this console. I love the idea. I love the direction they're going in,
Mhm.
and the games for it look pretty good.
Oh, speaking of which, we didn't cover the launch titles. So
Oh,
the launch titles kind of important.
Oops. Oh,
Launch
well.
titles are 1-2 Switch, Zelda, Just Dance 2017, Has Been Heroes, which is Has Been Heroes, which is kind of like a new IP RPG type game.
You know who that's by?
I don't.
Okay.
Snipper Clips, which is a kind of co-op puzzler where you're paper and you kind of cut each other into different shapes to fit templates. Super Bomberman R, Disgaea 5 Complete, Puyo Puyo Tetris, which looks really awesome. Rayman Legends, Steep, Skylanders, Imaginators, and I Am Setsuna.
Ooh, I Am Setsuna.
Yeah, probably that
They
full
knew my
price.
Nintendo Switch is going to be filled with 1-2 Switch, Legend of Zelda, and 20 different RPGs. Holy
Yep.
crap!
And Mario.
Yeah, well, Mario's like near the bottom of that list now after everything you just said.
Yeah, Zelda's definitely at the top. And that's a launch title, which is awesome.
Oh my god, I was not expecting. I thought that would be holiday, but I guess they've been working on it for a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since Nintendo's had a Mario launch title. It's kind of unusual.
Huh.
I think the last one was GameCube, and that was
I guess
Luigi's Mansion.
I guess they realized what they messed up with the Wii U, and they're like, okay, we need to hit this hard. We got Zelda, we got Mario, we got to hit this hard. You know
Well,
what I mean?
Mario's not going to be a launch title.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that it's coming out the first year. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
how long
yeah.
was it before Galaxy came out after the Wii came out?
Quite a while, I think.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Well, we have a
Mario
bunch of games
Odyssey.
to play in the meantime.
Did people like Steep? I haven't heard. Like, I heard about a little bit before release, like, oh, Steep is coming out, and then I heard absolutely nothing after that. I have no idea if that game's actually good or not.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm kind of curious about that. I kind of want it because it looks kind of relaxing, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Definitely not full price, but well, at least on Steam, it's mostly positive. 77% positive reviews out of 1,600.
If you want a relaxing game, Stardew Valley is like the perfect game for that.
Yeah, and I do have that game. Probably play that someday.
Metacritic gives it a 74 with a user score of 6.9.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm feeling it's more like a $20 game.
Yeah.
I mean, the production value is pretty high, so I guess that's why it's 60. But I might pick it up eventually.
In terms, like, I don't know, I want another SSX Tricky. Like, that was the last snowboarding game that I enjoyed, and I played the crap out of some SSX Tricky.
Were there any other snowboarding games?
Well, SSX came out, SSX3 came out. I didn't like that as much. They had the Shawn Michaels snowboarding series.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Was Tricky for the PS2?
Yeah, because that was GameCube era. Because I had it on GameCube.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Steep's actually coming in the Switch. I mean, it's graphically pretty impressive, so hopefully don't downgrade it too much.
Gotta turn off all the particle effects, right?
This is just like a smooth marble slope with trees sticking out of it.
You gotta make it run on it somehow. That thing. I mean, the Switch is. I mean, it looks really good, but like, how powerful is that console?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, it's 720p, so I mean, I don't think it's too demanding.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
we'll see.
720p. Is it 1080p when you plug it into the base station?
I'd assume so. Yeah, I think that just the screen itself is 720.
Okay.
Hopefully.
It's like, whoa. Because
In the era of
Wii U's
4K.
1080p.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what? Then we get the Nintendo Pro Switch or the Nintendo. What is? I don't know. What would you call it? The Nintendo Switcheroo with 4K gaming, and it's like 3 times as thick as the Nintendo Switch.
The switcheroo. Oh, it's so good.
It's like you said,
Dang.
man. It's the era of 4K gaming. Nintendo needs to come out with a 4K device.
Handheld 4K. It's like a 36-inch monitor.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Of
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Still can't get over the Zelda voice acting. Oh man, who okayed that in the QC department?
Probably the Japanese people who worked on it.
Yeah, maybe from a Japanese standpoint, it doesn't sound that off. Kids can't how it sounds weird, but
Well, you should look this up later on. But there's this thing called a wallpaper TV, but we won't talk about that today. I just wanted to mention it on the podcast. Then we can get off talk about that. But we gotta close this up. It's an hour and 10 minutes. We probably spent the last 20 minutes not talking about the Nintendo Switch. So,
oh well.
I don't even remember how that. It's been so long. I don't even remember how to end this podcast.
Yeah, I've been busy.
And that's gonna be Ice cubes in my Nintendo Switch.
Shaka shaka.
Shaka shaka.
Chicken.
All right, thank you for listening to our podcast. My name is True, and I will be waiting outside of Best Buy at some point for Nintendo Switch.
I'm Chris, and when this winter apocalypse leaves, I might go pre-order this. Actually, I'll probably just do it on Amazon or scout the internet. That'd be easier.
That'd probably be the easiest way to do it. We are
Yeah.
Mad Mega Gaming, about Mad Mega Gaming.
Nintendo Switch. I lost for words. Soda.